Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series on soft computing, and we are doing fuzzy logic. So this is the introduction part of the fuzzy logic, and we will see what are classical sets and what are fuzzy sets. So fuzzy logic was introduced in 1965 by Lutfi for dealing with uncertainty. We already have classical logic, okay, or we say Boolean logic. We already have the Boolean logic. Now this particular logic was introduced by 1960 by Lutfi Zedeh in 1965. So fuzzy logic is a form of multi-valued logic to deal with reasoning that is approximate and not precise. Now in real world we don't have anything which is precise, so we have to do some approximations. So we come across the words which are not precise, which do not give a precise or the exact information. So we need to deal with the uncertainty. So for that purpose we need a logic which is actually multi-valued logic, and fuzzy logic is a multi-valued logic. Now fuzzy logic variables can have truth values between 0 1, which also includes 0 1. So in ordinary logic, that is when we say about the Boolean logic or binary logic, either we have 0 or 1. Okay, the truth values can be 0 or can be 1. But fuzzy logic is a logic in which the truth value can be 0, can be 1, and anything between 0 and 1. It can be like 0.1, 0.2 and so on. So 0, 1 and as well as all the values between 0 and 1. Now fuzzy logic, it offers the concept of computing with words in the field of soft computing. So this is one of the way of implementing the soft computing technique, and we can also deal with words, that we'll see when we go into the course of this particular topic. Then the fuzzy theory provides a mechanism for representing linguistic constructs such as high, low, medium, tall, many. Now see this word high, it may mean this high may be like somebody may say that 5 meter is high, but then 5 meter may be not high for that for some other person. So how to deal with that? So in case of fuzzy logic, it provides a mechanism for dealing with this linguistic. So these are called as linguistic constructs in case of fuzzy logic. And fuzzy logic, it provides an inference mechanism similar to human reasoning capability. So how a human will take the decision. So same approach, we can say it is followed by the fuzzy logic systems. The degree of truth of any variable is based on the membership value. So in case of fuzzy logic, we have something called as the membership value, and that membership value is of course between 0 and 1, including 0 and 1. Now let us see with one example what is the difference between a classical logic, that is a crisp logic, and the fuzzy logic. Now here in this case we represent a set. This is a classical set which shows the intelligent students. So we say Alice, Tom, Bob, Williamson, they are intelligent students. And we have actually a universal set. So in this universal set we have many students, and out of this, these are the these students which I am marking, they are the intelligent students. And of course which are not included, Adams and Richards, they are not in this particular set, so they are actually not intelligent students. So crisp logic or or classical logic, it gives a clear cut boundary that this particular entity is in this set or not. Now take the example of the same thing in fuzzy logic. Now in fuzzy logic we define the intelligent students like Alice 0.9, Adams 0.4, Tom 0.8, Bob 0.8, Williamson 0.8, and Richard 0.2. So these values, they are called as the membership values. Okay. Now we say that in case of crisp logic or classical logic, we say Alice is intelligent, Tom is intelligent, Bob is intelligent, Williamson is intelligent, and the one who are not in this list, that is Adams and Richards, they are not intelligent. So yes and no. But in case of fuzzy logic, we can see Alice is intelligent with a membership of 0.4. Adams is also intelligent, but the membership value is 0.4. So Tom is intelligent with membership value 0.8. Bob is intelligent with membership 0.8. Williamson is intelligent with membership value 0.8, and Richard is also intelligent with a membership value of 0.2. So here what the thing which distinguishes the crisp logic with fuzzy logic is this particular membership value. So this is the diagram which represents a fuzzy logic system which we'll study at the end of the course of this particular fuzzy logic course. So this diagram, it represents a fuzzy logic system. So how this works: input, whatever input parameters to the fuzzy logic system, they are imprecise and they have vague values. So it is not precise, okay, and it has uncertain inputs. So based on those uncertainties, fuzzy logic system, it will make some decisions, okay, and this will give the output. That will, it will give the output in the form of some decisions. So we'll be studying the fuzzy logic control system. So in that case, we have some inputs, we have which is given to the fuzzy logic control system, and we get the outputs. So this is the diagram representing the fuzzy logic system. Now in fuzzy systems, the membership values 0.0, it represents absolute falseness, and 1.0 represents absolute truth. Okay, so as we know, the membership value, it can be from 0 to between 0 to 1 and including 0 and 1. So if it is 0, or we say 0.0, it is absolute false, and if it is 1.0, it is absolute truth. Now fuzzy logic is not similar to probability. Okay, it is not similar to probability. Like if you are tossing the coin, we may get head or we may get tail with a probability of 0.5. Okay. But fuzzy logic is not similar to the probability, but fuzzy logic, it deals with models which are associated with vagueness, imprecision, and lack of information. Okay, in this case we have full information. We are tossing a coin, we know we have a full information, and there is nothing like vagueness or anything which is related to fuzzy. So fuzzy logic is actually, it deals with vagueness, imprecision, and of course we can say it also deals with uncertainty and also lack of information. Now we give an example. Suppose the meaning that just we saw the linguistics. So tall person, the meaning of tall person. So for any person A, a height more than 6 feet and 1 inches can be considered as a tall. So a person A, for a person A, maybe this person having a height of 6 feet and 11 inches would be considered as tall. While for a person B, a height more than, for a person B, maybe like height more than 7 feet and 1 inches would be tall. So for B this is not tall, and for A this is tall. So actually that is it depends, okay, on how that person is defining that particular linguist. So here we have this tall is called as the linguistic descriptor. Okay, similarly we have various such terms like short, okay, then hot temperature, okay, cool temperature, and so on. This word tall, short, and so on, they have different meanings, so they are called as linguistic descriptor. Now fuzzy logic is based on concept of making the membership value in the range from 0.0 to 1.0. So this is what we have. We need to, this is based on the concept of making the membership value between 0.0 and 1.0. Now real world which we are dealing is vague, and assigning rigid values may result in loss of semantic values. Okay, so we cannot assign non-changing values. Okay, so because our real world is vague, so we need some type of flexibility which the fuzzy logic provides. Now the uncertainty comes from the ignorance, from the chance and randomness, or due to lack of knowledge, from vagueness, also due to fuzziness lying in the language we use. So this is where the uncertainty comes. Okay, this is where the uncertainty comes from, the ignorance part, from chance and randomness, due to lack of knowledge, and so on. Okay, so this is where we have the uncertainty comes. Now an example of fuzzy set is given here. Suppose we have X is all the students in the ICC college. So A, if we define a set A which is which consists of intelligent students, and suppose if mu s, it gives the, so this A will be given by this particular mathematical notation. So A S, where S will be the name of the student maybe, and this is the membership value, where S belongs to the universal, all the students belonging to ICC college. So here we say Miller, Warner, Williamson and Russell. So these are the students. Now Miller is intelligent with membership value 0.8, Warner is intelligent with 0.7, Williamson with 0.5 and Russell with 0.3. So all are intelligent but with varying degree of intelligence membership value. Now membership value of person can also be represented by a graph. Okay, this is the graph which represents the high temperature, and this on the y-axis we have the membership value, on the x-axis we have the temperature, or we can say high temperature. Okay, so you can see this is not a straight line. Suppose if we had a classical set, in case of classical set, what we draw a straight line. Okay, and we say that everything above this is a high temperature, everything below this is low temperature. But you can see this is not a straight line, but it is having a slope, this one. Okay, so this values, okay, these values are, of course, when membership value is 1, we are sure that it is high temperature. But these values, okay, these values are, we can say they have some, the membership value is lying between 0 and 1. Okay, so we can say that if we assume this is suppose 60 degree, so a value 50 degree, a value 50 degree, it may have the membership value around 0.5. so what to consider this? So this is the vagueness we have. So whether we can consider this 50 degree to be high temperature or low temperature. Maybe like we can have one more in this same graph we can also draw one thing, one more set, fuzzy set coming in this way. Okay, for low temperature. Okay, so this is low temperature, like this is suppose it starts on, this is 50 and suppose this is 20. So below 20 all are low degree, all are low temperature. So this values now they are uncertain. Okay, so this is how we represent the fuzzy set by using a graph. Now fuzzy logic system performs approximate reasoning which is somewhat similar to human brain, that we have seen already. Now this is a fuzzy logic system. Okay, we'll study in detail in the due course. So it accepts the crisp inputs. Now the whatever inputs which are given to the system are crisp inputs, and then we use a fuzzifier. This fuzzifier, it converts the crisp inputs to fuzzy inputs. Okay, this actually it is giving the output, but this are in the form of fuzzy. Okay, so in this input is fuzzy, the output of fuzzifier is actually a fuzzy set. Okay, so this fuzzifier converts crisp sets to fuzzy sets. Now this is given to a inference engine, and here we have some rules. So this is what the fuzzy system is actually, the main part. So here we have some rules in the form of if then and so on, if else. Okay, this is if else statements. We have the rule base. So inference engine, it will give the output. Okay, it will, whatever input it is getting, okay, it will check which rules are matching, and based on those rules it will infer, it will give the inference. Now this inference is in the form of fuzzy set, so we need a defuzzifier. This defuzzifier, it converts this input which are in fuzzy sets to the crisp outputs, and these are given to the output. These are the acting as the output, the actual outputs. So this is the fuzzy logic system. Then fuzzy rule base, as we have seen, this is a rule. Okay, we have a rule base. Now this rule base is powered by if else statements, like if x is a then y is b. This is how we construct the fuzzy rule base. Okay, so that's all for this particular session. Thanks for watching.